Hello, my treasures. It's time to manage our way to victory and take our opponents down with the ship with a Lina Shop Manager combo deck. The idea behind this is essentially we're going to try to make sure we can infinitely revive her off of the Excavating package. And while we do have Yogg-Saron in the deck, he really is only in here as a additional AoE board clear that you're not going to play down unless you're really behind. This deck is essentially a aggro combo deck where we're trying to get a wide board of untargetable Bunguses using anti-magic shell, because Lina actually will summon the minions before the spell goes off, thus giving you a board that is easily buffed up and very difficult to destroy. And while I did test out different variants of this deck, and I'll leave one of the more wacky versions down below. Now for the Mulligan guide, first card to look out for is Lina herself. This should be a card that you always want to keep in your opening hand, just so you can get your combo on really quickly. Hell Yeah is also a great card. Truth be told, the only card that you're really not looking to keep in your starting hand is Yogg-Saron Unleashed. Now with that all being said, let's look at some game. Okay, time for a game against DK. Let's see what they have in store. There's actually so many DK decks floating around right now. And the funny thing is, I know I just did a DK list for my last upload. And I know this is another list, but there are some other wacky ideas I really want to try out. I probably won't. I'll probably give DK a little bit of a break when it comes to what I upload. Maybe next week is just going to be Priest. I don't know. We'll see. I have a few ideas for Priest, which is why. I don't know. I need a comfort. Priest is a comfort class for me, just because of the wacky things I usually come up with. Okay, so this is probably Plague. Actually, I almost want to assume it's Plague DK. 2 Unholy Runes. That makes a lot of sense. So, which one's going to be better, our version or their version? I'll give you a hint. Probably technically theirs, but this is a lot funnier, and I don't know. I don't get to play Plague DK. Well, I shouldn't say I don't get to. I don't. Have I ever uploaded just a pure Plague DK list? I think I've always done some fun little twist on the deck. Yeah, the closest I got was Plague Spreader, but I am kind of getting a little bit bored of Plague DK just because of the fact that, you know, it's a package that has been around for half of a year, and it feels like, why would you run anything else? Also, this is 2 Unholy, 1 Blood? That's interesting. I guess hand buff would be the reason why you would be building the deck like that, which is, again, one of the decks that I really want to try out. I want to try to use Jessica True Heart in order to get a 2 attack Ghoul, and then bounce it back to our hand and then buff it up a bunch. It's a very dumb idea, but it could be a very funny short. So maybe in the next few months, or weeks, because we should be getting a mini set pretty quickly here. Just going to grab this and then get rid of theirs. Maybe we'll do something like that. I got some fun ideas in store for us. What those ideas mean is between me and my brain. I also really want to try to do more stuff with Lina. I know she's a build around card, and expect there to be a new playlist on the channel called like Lina decks. Because she's just such an easy card to build around. The problem is Reno kind of screws with like 80% of the decks that you're going to be trying to use her in, because you need a way to revive her or get additional copies, right? Those are the two conditions that you need to fulfill. And also the third one, depending on how grandiose you want the combo, the third one is a spell that doesn't do anything to your board and only does something to your opponent's board. Which is why, like, I had a version of this list using like Hollowed Ox to discount, or Cattle Hustler. I'll leave it down in the description below, but it was Cattle Hustler into Ox. That would make Lina cost 4 essentially, and then you would get 11 mana and use Cinderghost's Fury, or not Cinderghost's Fury, Frostworm's Fury, and freeze out your opponent's board, and then you get a board of 7/7s. Cool idea, just very bad against a Reno deck, and this one, technically speaking, is decent. Same reason why I didn't do Drum Circle, because Drum Circle does work. Fun fact. Also, I guess we should go like back to paying attention to the game. Let's slam this down. We'll use Remorseless Winter. We probably should have actually... I was going to say maybe we should have used the Tomb Trader instead. Because the big hope is Lena for 6 and then Remorseless Winter for 4. But I have found a lot of the time 3-cost minions that are untargetable win you the game, weirdly enough. There's a few AoEs that can deal with them, but... Oh, Owled Hound. We're hounding for a way to win this game. Slamming down our 2-cost. Then we're going to use Fizzle. Oh, also, we're using ETC right now, but I think eventually I'm going to be cutting the card out and just running one of the 3 cards in its pool. Because I always have the habit when I'm testing a deck to try to get the combo online as much or quickly as possible, so I can do like less testing and actually have like good replays for it and such. But by doing that, I usually lower the consistency, or at least the win rate of the decks that I end up playing by a little bit, because sure, while Artist is really fun and neat in ETC, we definitely would rather have either just Yogg hard in the deck or Rezcut hard in the deck. I haven't decided which. You could also stick Primus in the deck as another way to get rid of opponent's big minions. There's just a lot of ways that you go. Well, at least they use that now, and they don't have access to it in the deck. Oh, cool. That's actually not a bad card there. But yeah, there's a lot of DK decks that I really want to try out. There's Dr. Stitchasu that I haven't done anything with, and I really would love to put him on a thumbnail. I don't know what we'd be doing there, but there gotta be some type of deck centered around him, I guess. Kind of similar to the last list we put out, I would assume. But also, again, there's so many fun like deck opportunities currently in Standard, but it definitely feels like we would be in a much funner meta if we didn't have Reno Jackson, or at least make it where he doesn't make things go poof, because revival effects are like big in Standard right now, right? There's a bunch of like different revival effects that you could do, but because Reno makes you basically delete the pool, or make him cost 10, I guess, maybe. I don't know. There has to be some type of solution there. Anyways, random ramblings off. We should be still fine. We can use Tome Trader to get rid of the board. Make them draw 3, which is actually insane. Come on, get it like a Helia top deck. Helia would be so nice. Oh, you know, that works too. Doesn't do exactly what I want, but it does. I mean, then we slam down ETC. We can grab. Okay, freely admit here, I forgot that I forgot to put artist in the ETC. I meant it to be there instead of Rust Rot, because that would come up more. Oh boy. Down with the ship. Hey, munching on some noobs here, I guess. Now, we don't have a way for Rezka to... We had a way to, like, instantly destroy Rezka. What's the bigger mini? Okay, don't, I guess. The funny thing is, though, we do have a lot of... And they... Wait, they haven't put down Helia. Oh, hell yeah. That's a good random generation. Okay, that would have been nice, you know, before, but yeah, let's just pop their face. So, we're not going to be able to revive Leanne after this, but... Also, can you count the number of times I've changed how I pronounce the card's name in this video? Let me know down below, because boy am I going to mispronounce the name. And it's such a simple name, but my brain half of the time thinks one thing, and half of the time it thinks another thing, you know? Okay, so we did Top Decker. Let's use Anti-Magic Shell. Actually, no, we should revive, then use Anti-Magic Shell. Bounce back, then Anti-Magic Shell. And behold! The Scourge at home. Who needs the Scourge when you can just anti-magic shell aim harder to get rid of board than that? They actually had the Scourge. Oh, it's the Scourge versus the Scourge at home. It turns out the Scourge at home is just 10 times better. This is going to be a GG. Didn't even get it. See, you know, sometimes there's a method to my madness, and it turns out we're going to be managing that madness a little bit better here to get in for perfect in game. Okay, time for a game against Rogue. Let's see what they have in store for us. Rogue is definitely a class that I kind of want to revisit soon, trademark. We'll end up seeing if I do or not. Let's get rid of anti-magic shell here. I'm assuming we'll probably need to AoE, which is why we're keeping Tomb Trader even if we have no plague support there. Oh, that's interesting. I did choose pretty quickly on what that was, so I think the only rogue deck that is running E-Chain is Mining Rogue, so we might actually be in for a little bit of a treat here. I know that deck's actually been catching on a little bit more, mainly because you can do things with Sonia, Sandbox Scoundrel, and like Tess, and I feel like there's another card that I'm... Oh, and the Scorpion, of course. Yeah, fun little combo, and it does look like it's going to be Mining Rogue. We will have a way to get rid of the entire board, so that's actually pretty nice. Do I really want to waste that? No, let's not. Make them trade. Oh, maybe not make them trade. Yeah, let's actually coin this out. It does put our traders online, which is great. You know, the one thing I am sad about while playtesting this deck, I did play 40 games with it. I did not run into a single time when someone dragged my Lena out of my hand with a Dirty Rat on like turn 3. That is the replay I was like chasing, and then I eventually was like, look, I gotta give up. I'm already 40. It's like I'm right, or I'm 30 games in. If I don't get it in the next 10, then we're just gonna call it there. Right, so we'll see if we manage to get it. Who knows? There might be another game after this game in the video. Though I do know the one game is actually pretty long, so I don't know if we're going to try to even fit a third game. All right, let's pop this. I kind of want Horn. Horn doesn't really do anything right now. We can Hero Power and then just pass it back. And of course attack into them and such, but... Okay, I really would love to see Helio right about now. We have a lot of plague support, which is always great. There's Fool's Gold. You're going to feel a little bit like a fool right about now. You know, there's actually not that many pirates in standard rotation that aren't in Rogue or share a class with Rogue, which means you should have a pretty high chance. It's like a 50-50 between the one that's on board right now and... I think Cargo Guard in Warrior. I'd be curious in the nearby future if we see another pirate, maybe? I'd assume pirates are actually a lot more common than you would think. And I did not mean to attack into that. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted, I guess. There's Blood Rock. So we do have an answer. We Hero Power, use Heart Bloom. That gets rid of it. We don't really have to worry about the mana here because this will work no matter what. I was kind of hoping we might draw into something a little bit different, but it's okay. This is definitely a game where unless our opponent slams down a bunch of minions, we're just going to sit on the Yogg as long as humanly possible, right? That's the name of the game, right? So we've excavated once. Technically, we probably want to get... Oh, that's actually not bad. Let's kind of want to draw, because the sooner we can get online, the better. Because we definitely want to see Lena, right? I want to show off the card as much as humanly possible. You know, actually thinking about it, Priest might be a decent class to try this into. The main problem I'd actually need to see how it would work. There's an idea that I have, but I don't know if it would work, and it might work. It should work given how anti-magic shell works, Werther and Drum Circle, if we're looking at consistency. So who knows? Maybe we'll have a priest week next week. I do love the class a lot, so I have a few ideas. Clown Priest is one of them. Res Priest, I really want to do something with. I'm fingers crossed they bring some other type of Res Priest support in the next set or mini set. And then we also can do a Lena deck if we really feel like it. Though I will say next week we should be getting a mini set announcement. So I might take the later part of the week off outside of the normal like 1 or 2 card reviews that I do for a mini set. We'll see. I will say though, this deck. Oh no. Oh, out of all the cards that we. Oh hell no. No. We can still win. We have Lena in hand. It's a miracle that that's the one card we kept. Actually, honestly, in the long run, Helia would have been a better card because we're no longer going to be able to infinitely revive Lena. But, you know, Yogg being revived actually could matter in this matchup, I guess. And the other plus side is the excavating that will be burning here is the epic, right? Because yeah. So we're not burning the legendary, which is good. I still can't believe. Out of all the cards we could have randomly generated, I thought about, like, I was literally looking at Rogue to see if this combo would be something that we could easily do in Rogue too. And I was like, that's a cool card, but like, when the hell are we gonna? Because you need 6 mana. Basically, what you'd have to do is bounce back Lena with Shadow Step, get a board of 0/0s, and then you just don't have a way to buff up your minions. Oh, I think there's a lot more combos to like explore here. The more that I'm thinking about it, I would have preferred not to burn that. Alright, let's get good old Yogg Saron unleashed. And just hope and pray these minions have less than 3 HP. Hey! Come on, hit a... Perfect. We kind of lucked out on that one. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of lucky here. Let's use a miner here. Oh, that's actually not bad. You know, I will say though. Oh, Sonya. That is definitely a card that I think is underexplored too. I know some people are starting to find like a even more miracle version of Weapon Rogue. I'm trying to remember how they're doing it and what the difference is now, but I can't off the top of my head remember. It's like an APM deck, which is absolutely insane. I would do that on the channel, but whenever I upload anything that is an APM deck, they tend to do really bad. Just, yeah. They're usually fun, like, wacky combos, so if I could maybe get a replay of it. Okay, behold, the anti-magic, anti-meta call. It's actually probably not going to be that anti-meta here, but, you know, not bad. Enjoy. I don't think this is going to do what you need it to do. Okay. They didn't clear anything out. Hey, game. That was a mistake. Leaving her up actually gives us a chance to refill. Oh, they're 1 damage off, and they don't have a spell. Oh, ha. Alright, now we're through the game, so let's discuss our final thoughts of the deck. So, was this deck successful? Yes, but no. The deck had a 45% win rate across the 40 games I ended up playing with it, and the deck does feel very easily countered by a well-timed Reno Jackson. It is worth mentioning, though, out of all the versions of the Lena combo that I tried out, this was the one that had the best success rate against a Reno Jackson, just because of the fact that you could slam her down early in the game and keep infinitely reviving her. The only one downside of this deck is the fact that we do have Yogg-Saron in the list, which does kind of dilute your revive pool of the Excavating package. I don't know, I really did prefer having him in the list. Overall, if you're looking for a deck to use Lina in, this is probably the best that you're going to get. However, I will leave at least one other version of the list down below, at least the deck code, because I thought that version was a lot funnier. It just felt a lot less consistent. But like always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.